This episode is brought to you by 301 Boys Barbecue Supply. Football season is here! Get everything you need to get your guests asking for seconds. Go get yourself some of the best local sauces and seasonings in the area and save a little bit of money while you do it by mentioning Torgy Talk. You'll get 10% off your entire order by doing so. Support a local business and go give this place a try. You won't be disappointed. Once again, it's 301 Boys Barbecue Supply in Johnsburg, Illinois.
This episode of Torgy Talk is brought to you by Brook and Beard Barbershop on Green Street, just a door away from Buddy's Pizza in McHenry, Illinois. Their specialization lies in all kinds of men's haircuts, from fades to flat tops to business professional haircuts, leaving you with a refined and polished look. Not only that, but they also offer exceptional beard services, including beard trims, full face shaves and lineups, and more. Every beard is treated with a hot towel, steam, and straight razor work. So do yourself a favor, go online to www.brookandbeard.com/TorgyTalk or call 815-482-2584. Once again, that's www.brookandbeard.com/TorgyTalk or call 815-482-2584. And as of right now, if you enter the promo code TorgyTalk in the notes section, you will receive $5 off your next haircut. Once again, it's promo code TorgyTalk. That's TorgyTalk, one word. In the notes section, you'll receive $5 off your next haircut. So don't miss out on your opportunity to experience their exceptional services.
I want that
Torgy Talk.
I love that
Torgy Talk.
I want that
Torgy Talk.
I love that
Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Torgy Talk. Talk. Torgy Talk. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this beautiful, beautiful podcast that we call Torgy Talk. Just me this week. No Frank. So gonna give this solo podcast another little round two. So I'm, just probably gonna touch on some articles and some stories. And see how it goes. It's a big week, guys. It's a big week. Football's back. I am so excited to see what the Bears are going to do this year. I'm also very used to being upset. So, no, I'm not going to go into this with a negative attitude. I think the Bears are going to do much better than last year. They're going to be a competitive team. This is a make or break year for Justin Fields, though, because we have a first round pick for next year. So that pretty much says, hey, buddy, if you don't do good, you're gone. You're done. I think he's going to do good, though, man. I've always believed in Justin Fields. I think I've said this before, but I've been following him since a Netflix show, QB1. And then he went to Georgia, which is my top two favorite college teams. I like them in Notre Dame. I liked Georgia before they started winning national championships, though, just to let you guys know. I've liked them since 2014 when my dear friend Mitchell Folsom passed away. He's from Georgia, and he was a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan, so I didn't really watch college football at that time, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start watching college football. And my buddy Hunter, he got me to like the Georgia Bulldogs as well because he's from Georgia as well. And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll be a Georgia Bulldogs fan. So yeah, I mean, I'm still don't watch college football really ever, but hey, go Dogs. and go Notre Dame just because my whole family loves Notre Dame, and actually got the pleasure of going to Notre Dame's field and playing. We did my sophomore year. We got to go to Notre Dame for a 7-on-7 camp, and it was pretty good. It was pretty cool. We actually got to go on the field afterwards. Got to go in the locker room, all that shit. Very historic field. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Main reason we got to go there is because they were trying to recruit CJ Fedorowicz, and yeah, still one of the coolest experiences ever as far as football goes. That was badass. Got to touch where all the players touch in the locker room that play like a champion today. That was pretty epic. And then we got me and Justin Heeman, were the two only sophomores that actually got to go on that trip because we were just. Oh, and Will Rudzino went, I think, too. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Justin Fields went to the Bulldogs and then obviously transferred to Ohio State. So I've been kind of not closely following, but I've been kind of following him since he was in high school. So I remember telling Cora we were watching QB1. And I'm like, how badass would this be if the Bears got this? And then what the fuck? They got this guy. I'm like, come on, fucking fortune teller, dude. So speaking of the Bears, today they just came out and said that Nathan Peterman is listed as the QB2 behind Justin Fields, which is kind of like a couple weeks ago they said it was Tyson Bagent. I don't know. I have not been following any preseason just because of that night work life. Can't really follow. I'm not gonna adjust my sleep schedule for preseason football. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, that was literally Eberflus saying they just wanted to bring a veteran in and be in the quarterback room because Fields is obviously 24 and that Bagent guy is 23. So, I mean, I get it. But, here's a quote from Ryan Poles. He said, you almost have to be the eyes and the ears. Dude, Jesus Christ, let me start that over. You almost have to be eyes and ears and able to give the team advice in terms of what you saw versus what they will. Jesus Christ, guys, I cannot read. Anyway. Huh. Okay, Eberflus said the team re-signed Peterman to the active roster over the practice squad with the intent to secure him from going anywhere else. Practice squad players, unless protected by their current team, are eligible to sign with another team's 53-man roster. We're sure to have Peterman back, said Eberflus. He's really good for that room. Him and Justin learned the offense together, so to speak, so they're speaking the same language. They understand it really well. I think it's good to have him in the room. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have, Peterman's 29. God, that's crazy. He's my age, and he's just in the NFL. What a douchebag. Whatever. But no, I mean, I guess it's always good to have a veteran in there. I'd much rather have a proven veteran. Can't really speak on what he's done. So I'm just going to move on from that. Fantasy football drafts, dude. We had our couples league where it's couples league minus Curtis and Wes. It's literally me and Cora, my buddy Jake. He was on the podcast a while ago. Him and his girlfriend are we each have our own individual team. So it's literally I have my team, Cora, Jake, Casey, Gavin, and Amanda. Justin and Nicole is actually joining the league this year, which is pretty cool. My sister was in it last year, and she opted out to play so Nicole could play with Justin. No pun intended. And then who else is in it? Yeah, then Curtis and Wes, and then I guess they're kind of a couple if you want to be weird about it. And then Joel and Donna. And had our draft Sunday morning. Did pretty well. My draft grade was garbage, but I got a C+ on my draft grade. But, anybody who plays fantasy football knows that the draft grade is kind of irrelevant. I think so, at least. I mean, I got second place the first year and third place the last 2 years. Yeah, I know. I still haven't won. But last year I had an A+, and I think Casey, she ended up winning it, and I don't think she had that good of a draft grade last year. So, yeah, everybody knows it don't mean shit. But anyway, I'm going to run through my roster with you guys. So I got Justin Herbert at quarterback, Justin Jefferson at receiver, obviously, T. Higgins Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, Darren Waller, and Mike Evans. Those are my starters. My bench is Antonio Gibson, George Pickens, Treylon Burks, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, OBJ, Kenneth Gainwell. I got Cairo Santos as my kicker, Baltimore defense, and Roquan Smith as my defensive player. Yes, we play a defensive player. It's pretty fun. I like doing that a lot. It's something we started doing the first. I think we started doing it the year we started this league. No, it's cool. We definitely have learned, and especially the way we set up the scoring, that you definitely want to have a linebacker or a defensive end or a safety. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much safety, defensive end, or linebacker. I prefer linebackers. They get more tackles. We got a lot of points for the tackles. Anyway, so that's one of my leagues. I actually joined a new league this year. And it's an 8-person league, so everybody's got a pretty stacked team. Oh, this guy's fuck. He was. Anyway, my other team, I got Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Khalil Herbert, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Travis Kelce, Marquise Brown, James Conner, Roquan Smith again. Then my bench, I got Alvin Kamara suspended, but hey, I picked him up really late, so he's only suspended for like 3 games, I think. I got Michael Pittman, George Pickens, OBJ, Jerick McKinnon. This dude, I've never even heard of him. Smith, no clue who that is. He's from the Seahawks. And then then we got Derwin James Jr. He's a safety. He's my backup defensive guy. I auto-drafted the second half of my draft. Anywho, speaking of Travis Kelce, he just fucking hyperextended his fucking knee today. And that is no good for me. Because Travis Kelce was my first pick in that league. I would have normally picked him on my own, but I was late to the draft. Totally forgot, spaced out, and it auto-drafted, and it picked him first anyway. So I was like, oh, perfect, sweet. Anybody who plays fantasy football knows that Travis Kelce is literally just a receiver in the tight end slot, and that's like a no. I don't know. I say pick him first every time, especially. I mean, he doesn't make it past the first 5 anyway, but I've literally had, yeah, I don't know. It's so nice to know that your tight end is going to bring in 20 plus points every week. But now I got to fucking pick up a guy off the waiver wire and probably play him because it says that he's not he's what does it say, the exact words? Kelce has inflammation on his knee, and the Chiefs will test it again Wednesday to determine the availability for the NFL season openers on Thursday night against the Detroit Lions. I think this would be a little bit better of a situation. Okay, hang on. It says this ACL is intact. That's good. Jesus Christ. I think this would have been a better situation had they been playing on Sunday. I think his chances to play would have been a lot better. But it's also Travis Kelce, so you know, don't push it, I guess. You know, you can always sit out the first game, whatever. Anyway, Patrick Reed. Fucking golfer. Andy Reid says, the next guy steps in and we roll. That's what you do if he doesn't play. Well, obviously, Coach Reid, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, not only is he a great receiver, though, he's fucking fantastic blocker. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I just hope for the sake of my fantasy team that he plays. That'd be pretty devastating to me. Travis fucking Kelce guy. Come on, you can't get hurt. He's got that fucking baller-ass mustache, dude. He's funny. I love him and Jason Kelsey's podcast, New Heights. That's a fucking great podcast. I listen to it every week. They're funny guys. Anyway, let's move on from football. This is not a sports podcast. It's not an anything podcast. It's an everything podcast. Pretty sure I just contradicted the fuck out of myself, but one of my favorite fucking shows, dude, Breaking Bad, all right? Never underestimate Vince Gilligan. Bryan Cranston returning for a Walter White movie after El Camino? The actor hints at Heisenberg's second coming. Dude, if they come out with a fucking Walter White movie, I will shit everywhere. I've literally watched Breaking Bad like 4 or 5 times all the way through. It's like one of my comfort shows too, so like if I'm just like don't feel like paying attention to anything or listening to I'll just throw that on. I think my favorite episode might be Salud. I think it's season 4. I don't know what episode. I think it's season 4 though. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Breaking Bad by now, go fuck yourself. So I'm going to talk about it. That episode is literally where what the fuck is his name? Don whatever the fuck. The guy in Mexico. They go down to Mexico. They bring Jesse. They try to Jesse goes down there, he fucking like shows that he can fucking cook that fucking really good, crystal meth that's like super pure. Then they go back to the boss's house and they're like partying and shit. And Gus gives him a fucking bottle of tequila and he's like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And they all get poisoned. Dude, that shit's fucking fire. That's such a dope episode. I remember the first time I saw that, I literally was like, what the fuck is going on? I fucking love Breaking Bad. One of my favorite shows. Here's a quote from Bryan Cranston. He said, I never underestimate Vince Gilligan. I thought when we were saying, like on April 3rd, just a little while ago, that 10 years earlier was our last production day on Breaking Bad, 10 years ago. I thought when I was saying my tearful goodbyes to everybody that was it. Then El Camino came up, then Better Call Saul came up, and then the Popcorners commercial came up. That was a funny commercial. While the possibility of Walter White's return seems unlikely, if Vince Gilligan eventually comes up with something meaningful, which he always does, Cranston assures that he would listen. So, Heisenberg stands in support of writers and screen actors. Although fans would give anything to witness another glimpse of Bryan Cranston's iconic Walter White, it surely isn't going to happen anytime soon. Following the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, and the Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul team, including Bryan Cranston, joined forces to urge Hollywood studios to resume negotiations while also making a strong pitch against the use of AI. That'd be fucking terrible. Why the fuck would you use AI? Fucking cheap-ass studios? Come on, guys. Let's see. Although it does appear that Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould have done everything they could with the Breaking Bad universe, you never know what Gilligan may come up with next. So that's that. I don't know where he would go with it. I mean, I feel like it would have to be a... Fuck. Walter White living? There's no way he could live. He got shot to death. I don't know. I mean, if anybody can come up with it, Vince Gilligan could probably do it because that guy's a fucking maniac. That guy's such a brilliant writer. There were so many twists and turns in Breaking Bad. I'd be very interested to see what the fuck... Yeah, I don't know. Keep it going, though, dude. I'm fucking... As long as it doesn't get, like, goddamn Walking Dead, dude. That fucking show, man. That show was so good for, like, the first 5 or 6 seasons, and then it just was like, oh my god, 11 seasons, and I'm like, how many? 10 seasons, whatever it is. Like, dude, how many zombies are there, really, like, out there? And then... I stopped watching... I don't know, that show's more recent than Breaking Bad, so I don't know. I don't really want to be a dick and spoil stuff for people, but anyway, I just stopped watching at a certain point when a certain someone dies. And I was just like, I didn't stop watching because they died. I just stopped watching because I was like, all right, come on, like, let's wrap this up, dude. This is getting, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah. Move on from that. Let's exit out of these little bitches. Exit. Exit. There we go. So I was watching I follow this guy on YouTube. His name's Mr. Ballin. He always does like weird stories and like a lot of creepy stories, but he also does like random shit like this. I learned about this really crazy ceremony that monks do. It's called some monks do it, I should say. It's called Soku Shimbutsu Shokun Senbutsu. Oh, sorry. So this is called it's a self mummification ceremony, and this is fucked up, dude. I'll read you the origin by it. So there's at least one self mummified 550-year-old corpse in existence that of a Buddhist monk named Sangha Tenzin, a northern Himalayan region of India, visible in a temple in a Gyu village. Not even reading that. This mummy was rediscovered in 1975 when the old stupa preserving it collapsed and is estimated to be from about the 14th century. The monk was likely a Tibetan practitioner, and similar mummies have been found in the Tibet and East Asian areas. The preservation of the mummy for at least 5 centuries was possible due to the aridity of the area and cold weather. According to Paul Williams, the Soku Shambutsu practices of the Shugendo were likely inspired by Jesus, guys, Kokai. Fucking name your come on, why isn't your name like Kyle or something, dude? Anywho, the founder of the Shingon Buddhism, who ended his life by reducing and then stopping the intake of food and water while continuing to meditate and chant Buddhist mantras. Ascetic self-mummification practices are also recorded in China, but are associated with the Zen Buddhism tradition there. Alternate ascetic practices are similar to Soku Shambutsu. I'm gonna get it. And are also known as such as public self-immolation practice in China. This is considered as evidence of a renunciant. I don't fucking know that word. And then whatever, dude. So that's the origin of this. If that made any fucking sense to you guys. So really, I pull up a link that doesn't. Come on. Okay. So this shit is crazy. All right. I think this takes like the first phase is like 1,000 days. Okay. The first 1,000 days. Oh. Huh? Hang on. I'm just gonna read this shit straight off of it, and afterwards I'll tell you what the video showed me. So, a mountain-dwelling region called Shungondo emerged in Japan as a syncretism between Buddhism, Shinto, and Taoism in the 7th century, which stressed aesthetic practices. One of these practices, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get it. Sokushimbutsu. There we go, baby. God, why am I reading shit that I just can't even fucking pronounce? Good job. Good idea. Anyway, in medieval Japan, this tradition was developed a process, Sokushombutsu. Look at that first try, which a monk completed over about 3,000 days. The first phase is the strict diet. It's called Mokujiki, and that's literally eating a tree. So the monk abstained from any cereals and relied on pine needles, resin, seeds, roots found in the mountains that would eliminate all the fat in the body. Increasing rates of fasting and meditation would lead to starvation. The monks would slowly reduce, then stop liquid intake, thus dehydrating the body and shrinking all the organs. Then the monks would die in a state of meditation while chanting. See, this guy told me different shit on the video. So this is what the guy told me in the video. Fuck this Wikipedia bullshit, dude. Fucking giving me some. It's probably not even real on here. Sokushimbutsu is probably fucking Japanese for you're fucking retarded. Is probably what it's trying to tell me. So anyway, this guy tells me. He called me and told me specifically. So the first 1,000 days is literally these motherfuckers eating tree roots and fucking everything produced by trees, like literally. So yeah, that part was true, or that part was the same where he was saying that it would literally just make the monks as small as possible, like 1,000 days of eating nothing but tree shit. Like, yeah, gets rid of all the fat, makes them as small as possible. Then I think it's the next 1,000 days. I don't know the exact days on this, but like literally he would they would drink some poison or some shit that literally it would just make you shit yourself and puke and just basically getting all the toxins out of your body and pretty much I think he was saying like getting rid of any like bacteria in the body that helps break down the body, which is obviously why they're trying to mummify themselves to preserve their body. So I believe this step literally was to get rid of all the shit that would break their body down once they die. So they do that for a certain amount of days. And then the final fucking phase is like fucked up, dude. Like this is where I don't know why you're doing this, guys, but props, I guess. I don't know. This part's weird as fuck, dude. They literally they'll go into a little box and they'll be sitting in the lotus pose, meditating, and they get buried alive in this thing, and then they have a fucking bamboo shoot as an air tube, and every day they ring a bell, and there's another monks upstairs on the ground that are participating in this ritual that are like supportive of it. And their job is to make sure this guy rings the bell every day. When the bell stops ringing, the ceremony is over. And I think they have to wait another 1,000 days to dig him up and see if there's any signs of decay. And if there isn't, that means the ceremony is successful. It's just shit like gives me the chills, dude. Like, I guess like only, I don't know. I think this video, I don't remember how many people said he had said have done it. Like it's a very, very small amount of fucking people that have done this. Shokusumbutsu. Oh. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, dude, that shit's fucking crazy, man. Like I said, I don't even know if I want to say props to them. I mean, the discipline is absurd. I don't know how you could just not eat. That's the part that gets me is the eating part. Like, dude, really? I don't know what monks' diets consist of in the first place, but fuck me to tears, dude. You're just gonna eat fucking tree, like pine needles and roots, and just fucking. You just eating it raw? You cooking it? Like, are they just like putting this shit in a crock pot? Like, what are they doing, dude? This just sounds miserable. That's the part that I would just be like, yeah, I'll do this shit for like a day. And I'll be like, yeah, I quit. Fuck that, dude. You're just giving up. You're just killing yourself. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about the Buddhist religion, but I'm sure, my religion, if you kill yourself, you go to hell. I don't know what happens to these guys. Are they killing themselves or are they technically like sacrificing themselves? I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. Maybe I should look up more stuff on it, huh? This is pretty much primo Torgy talk right here. Talking about something and being completely unprepared for it. All right, so. Ew, that's fucking weird. They got this fucking. I wish I could show you guys this. Maybe I can try to. Nah, I'm not gonna promise anything. There's a picture of this fucking mummy in here, self-mummified guy. Looks pretty intact. I mean, he looks old as shit, obviously, but they got sunglasses on this motherfucker. Soko Shambutsu. Monks, dude, that's crazy. They just completely give up everything. Their family, friends, just everything. Just give it up and just dedicate themselves to that. Props to that for sure, but I don't know about this Soko Shimbutsu bullshit, dude. That just sounds like a fucking waste of time. That's just me. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna move on from shit I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So, there's some stuff I do know about, though. Shane Gillis' special came out today. I record this on Tuesday, obviously, so this shit came out today, and boy, was it fucking worth the wait, man. I didn't think there was any way possible that he could be funnier than his first special on YouTube, but good God, was it fucking hilarious, man. He's so funny, man. He's my favorite comedian. I'm sure I've said that multiple times on this podcast, but he's great. I admire the guy. Went from being canceled before he even... Frank says he was on SNL. He was not on SNL. I'm like 99% sure he never... He's like, oh yeah, he did. He was on a couple sketches. I'm like, no, he wasn't. He literally got canceled before that. I know. Trust me, Frank. Anyway, yeah, dude, his special is phenomenal, dude. It's so funny. And, yeah, it just goes to show what a YouTube special can get you, though, first. Like, I mean, shit, because, like, I watched a little thing on him, and it was, like, he was talking about, all the cancellation shit, and then, like, what happened after that, and he was just grinding and stand-up and shit, and, like, did this special, tried to sell it to, I don't think anybody wanted anything to do with him after he got canceled for making a joke about Asian people. But I think he said it on his podcast. I don't know. I don't know the exact joke or whatever that he said, but anyway, he tried to sell a special to, Netflix, Amazon, all those fucking HBO, all that shit. He tried to sell it to them. Nobody wanted it. And probably the best thing that he didn't do that, because I mean, he owns the whole thing. It's on YouTube. And yeah, now Netflix fucking debuted him today and gave him a special. So yeah, just because somebody says one thing, it's that cancel culture, man. It's such bullshit, dude. Like, and it's funny because like a lot of times this cancel culture shit is like literally like he didn't like I said that shit like 2 years ago, and they're just somebody's just digging it up, and I don't know, man. Cancel culture is just ridiculous. Especially in the comedy world. I mean, it's just a joke. I know some people take some jokes a little too far, push the envelope, but that's what comedians are supposed to do. They're supposed to push the envelope. They're supposed to talk about stuff that most people aren't willing to talk about. And they're supposed to bring light to a dark situation. That's what comedy is about. That's why I love it so much. Because, I mean, as shitty as a school shooting is, people can make jokes about it. I mean, trust me, it's not a joking matter. I have a kid, and I have one on the way. That terrifies me to even think about that. But that's what comedy is for. Comedy is supposed to bring light to a dark situation. And yeah, I hate when people get offended at a comedy show. It's just the funniest thing to me. Like, where did you think you were fucking going to? Like, I don't know. Trust me, I've had my fair share of not fair share. I learned the first time I did it, I told some off-color jokes. They didn't work, and I didn't get canceled, obviously, because I'm not. You got to be somebody to get canceled. So obviously, you can't cancel me, baby. Can't cancel this. But yeah, I mean, just jokes like 99% of the time. I don't know, man. Whatever. Doing some open mics tomorrow. We're doing 2. Frank and I are doing. I think Brandon's supposed to. He said he was supposed to try it out. I talked to him earlier today. He needed some help with his jokes. He was supposed to come over, and he didn't. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes with us tomorrow. Doing the Red Room, and then we're doing Easy Bar after that. Oh, hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but I just farted. Oh, okay. So yeah, trying out some new material tomorrow. Should be fun. Also seeing, hopefully this new material works. Then I got to gather up a set, 5 to 7 minute set, because I talked to you guys a couple weeks ago and said that I got a spot at the Vixen. Well, now I have a date. So it's Wednesday, October 11th. Starts at 7. I should be the last time I talked to Stephanie, she said that I'd be opening after the host or whoever the MC is for the night. But yeah, pretty sweet. I get 5 to 7 minutes, which is, obviously most open mic sets are about 3 to 4 minutes, depending on where you go. Sometimes they're less, sometimes they're more. But yeah, I just got to start building my set. I mean, I got enough material for it. I just got to figure out what I'm gonna do. Very excited to see if this new stuff works. I think I got pretty much an idea of what my main jokes are gonna be for that set at the Vixen. But, I got some little filler, like, some one-liners and shit that I want to throw in there. Yeah. I started reading this book called The Comedy Bible. That's courtesy of a comedian that I met downtown. His name's Manny. He's very funny. I think I mentioned him on here before. Yeah, he told me to. I may have also mentioned all of this before, but I don't know. It's hard to know what I've talked about, especially when there's nobody to hear to say, "Hey, you've talked about that before." So fuck you. I'm talking about it. One of the pieces of advice in there was write every single day for at least 10 minutes. Now, me being me, I tried, I'm going to fucking write for 20 minutes. I started doing that for like the first 3 days, and then I'm like, okay, 10 minutes is fine, 15 minutes here. If you can write for 20 minutes, write for 20 minutes, but minimum of 10 minutes. So I've been getting a lot of jokes from it, man. I've actually been slacking. I didn't write today. I'm going to potentially try to write after this podcast. We'll see. I do have to go to bed because I got important shit to do that I will be filling you guys in when it's confirmed. Anywho, yeah. So, don't know. Like 36 minutes. I think the last one I did was 38 minutes with ads. So, I don't know. What should I talk about? What should I talk about? I don't know, man. I just love this fucking comedy thing, man. I was pissed I didn't go last week. I was going to go last week, and then Cora and I are in the process of buying a house. So I didn't go because I was waiting for calls back from the lawyers and from the lenders and from the realtor on to see if our offer was accepted and all this shit. And I'm like, I need to be by Cora, like, just in case I need to make a decision or if we need to talk about shit. So I'm like, I need to stay in the area. And of course, I didn't get a fucking single phone call. So I should have fucking went. So making up for it, doing 2 today or 2 tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to do 2 every Wednesday, at least until the show. It should be. That's a minimum. I might try to do one on a Tuesday here, and I'm actually gonna have to do one next Tuesday instead of Wednesday because of the fact that my dad's doing his wedding thingy on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do. But that's gonna be fun going on Tuesday. I never go on Tuesday, so I don't really know what open mic I'm gonna be going to. But yeah, man. I mean, I've just been like grinding with the comedy as much as I can. It's hard to when I only have 2 nights off a week. and it's during the week, and most of the open mics are during the week, so it's like it's kind of difficult for you to, yeah. Anyway, oh shit, maybe I'll check out the Laugh Factory one. That one I think is only 2 minutes you get, or something like that. I don't know, but that's like, from what I've heard, if you go do Laugh Factory, it's like an audition almost. Like if you do good, that means good things for you. Yeah, I don't know. I've also wanted to do this one at the Annoyance Theater. That's a stand-up, sketch, improv, and variety. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll check out the Laugh Factory. But that's like, so the thing about the Laugh Factory is they only draw 20 names, I think. Yeah, they draw 20 names from what I know, and the first 15 get to go on stage that night for 2-3 minutes or whatever, and then the last 5 are guaranteed a spot for the following week. So like I've said before on here, it's very hard for me to go to ones like that, especially living where I live, because it's like if I'm gonna drive down that far, I need to like guarantee myself some stage time. Otherwise, it's like a waste of my time. But what do we got this one? Well, maybe I'll try that, and then I'll try this other one. Goodest open mic. Sign up at 10 p.m. Yeah, see, no, I don't know. The bucket draw. Okay, see, this bucket draw for Laugh Factory is at 7:20, so I'll know by then if I'm going up for the show. It starts at 9, so if I don't get on at that one, then I'll just go to this other one. Yeah. So yeah, so next Tuesday, baby. Yeah. Yep. Should be fun. Should be fun. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Your boy's tired. I got very important shit to do tomorrow. Yeah, and I have to shit. So, yeah. So, yeah, do me a favor, please. Like, share, follow, subscribe, and join the tribe. Yeah. It's fucking stupid. Shit. It's another fucking one where we don't, have a what's Cody chugging. God damn it, Cody. You son of a bitch. Now you owe me fucking something, dude. You owe me something. You chug a load of my fucking cum. I'm sorry, I won't make you do that. Oh, fuck. Fuck me to tears. Alright, buddy. You owe me something, though. Anyway. Have a good week, everybody. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. I love you.